Hello everybody. I wanted to show you how I can import custom brushes into Blender Grease Pencil. If you want to have certain textures while you're doing your grease pencil lines, this is how you do it. What you first want to do is go into a drawing program of your choice and you want to make your brush. But the thing about making brushes for Grease Pencil is that instead of having like a single point brush like you might in Photoshop, your brushes are done from left to right. So you want your brush line to start here and in here. And Blender will copy paste this and map it to your grease pencil lines when you're drawing in Blender. And I'll show you how that works later on. I'm actually gonna make a demo brush. So let me make a little arrow and I'll save this to my computer as arrow.png. Actually, I need to save that again. I forgot about the background. Got to get that transparency in. But I also want to make a brush that I actually like dots, like sort of a sketchy pencil. Let's get a main sort of line going here, and we'll have sort of less concentrated stuff on the outside. And you want it to sort of match up on each side, so this end will be synced up to this end. Make this brush look decent. There we go. So I'm gonna save it as sketchy. Let's say sketchy. I'm going to import it into Blender, create a new file. I'm gonna create a new general 2D animation, but you can do this in any format. And I'm gonna go to my materials over in Grease Pencil, like you normally would if you're trying to add a new color. And in a new material that I'm going to create right here, press new. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Style under Stroke, and I'm going to click Texture. So what this is going to do is allow me to import my images so I can use those as my brush. I'm going to click Open. I'm going to find my brush files from earlier. I'm going to start off with arrow.png, and if I increase the size, you can actually see I did it backwards. The arrows are now mapped onto my brush, and anytime I can change what that brush is by clicking this little file icon right here and choosing a new one. I'm going to click sketchy.png, and now I have this brush right here. I can bring it up 100% strength. I can even turn off the strength opacity, and there we go. I've got this sketchy pencil line. I can turn on self-overlap so it doesn't get that little white streak around it. You can see if I have it without self-overlap, you can see right here the edge of the line. If I don't want that, I can just click that on, and I no longer get that weird line edge. But that is how you import custom brush textures into Blender. There are a few other things that you can do with it, like messing around with the UV factor and blend, but I'm not going to mess around with that right now. You can even do longer brushes, so if you want to have something that's not as repetitive as the one that I have right here, you can do that. You can have brush files that are as long as you want.